didn't do anything to make us safer as a community.
It's what District Attorney Raul Torres thinks has had a direct impact on Albuquerque's explosion of crime.
It's one of the most consequential aspects of the criminal justice system in Bernalillo County right now.
Something that's created a backlog of 8,000 dismissed felony cases now waiting to be refiled in court.
But we're not fundamentally resolving these cases based on assessments of guilt or innocence.
What Torres is taking aim at is a set of special court rules only in Bernalillo County called the CMO, or Case Management Order, something Torres now wants overhauled.
Failure to adjust or amend the CMO could really have a significant impact on their lives and on public safety.
To understand the CMO, you have to go back to 2013. 4 years ago, the Bernalillo County Jail was over capacity with nearly 3,000 inmates. Accused criminals were waiting 2 to 3 years to see their cases resolved with either a plea deal or a trial.
There's no doubt that the CMO was intended to address those issues.
The CMO started in 2015, putting tight timelines and strict rules on prosecutors to keep cases from stalling.
Number 3 on the 9 o'clock docket, State of New Mexico versus Christopher.
Inmates have to be arraigned in district court within 7 days after they've been indicted. Judges also started asking for virtually all the case paperwork and evidence to be available by arraignment. But the order didn't come with more money for more prosecutors for an already overwhelmed DA's office.
The problem is there were no additional resources allocated with the implementation of this rule.
Any timeline violations, and usually the case is dismissed with a chance to refile. The New Mexico Supreme Court has called the mandate a success, recently saying the situation has, quote, dramatically improved.
Those delays are being eliminated so that we catch up with the rest of the world in terms of processing cases in an appropriate timeline.
The CMO has cut the jail population in half and shortened the backlog in the courts dramatically. But there's a problem.
We're not adjudicating cases. We're dismissing cases and throwing cases out on technical grounds.
Technicalities that are effectively giving criminals a free pass until the case gets refiled, if ever. Torres says stats show crime is up as well.
We're not making the criminal justice system function the way it should.
And Torres is backing his words with this new report written by his office breaking down what he calls serious problems caused by the CMO.
Any glitch in this system results in a windfall for defendants.
Some cases have been dismissed because a jail forgets to transport an inmate to court.
We don't have direct control over transportation.
A convicted felon, Patrick Martinez, was arrested last September when APD caught him passed out in a running car with a gun and a meth pipe. A judge dismissed that case a month later because he didn't make it to court. Martinez was in Sandoval County's jail on other charges. Martinez is now in prison for a different crime, shooting at a woman.
The failure to just put someone on a bus and bring them to the courthouse is the reason we should dismiss a case. That just defies common sense.
Other issues have been caused by the court. A judge dismissed Devin Nieto's assault and child abuse case last year after the court said Nieto's arraignment passed the CMO's deadline. And those are just a few of the issues prosecutors are facing.
It's frustrating for victims. It's extremely frustrating for law enforcement. And it's hard to explain.
Refiling the cases isn't simple either.
Why is it so problematic to just refile these cases?
Every time that we refile, we have to issue a whole new round of subpoenas. We have to arrange for witness and victim testimony. We have to organize all the discovery. Everything in the process has to start all over again.
Torres' office is now offering changes to the case management order, foremost giving judges some say on when to use the rules. Right now, they're mandatory.
We think that district court judges in Bernalillo County should have more discretion.
Torres is also asking judges for leniency on what evidence has to be provided at arraignment and some leeway when a hearing has to be pushed back.
We should not have cases dismissed because of transportation issues. We shouldn't have cases dismissed because of scheduling issues.
Without a change, Torres thinks the system will fail more victims and create even more crime.
I'm concerned that without some accommodation from the CMO, we're not going to be able to provide justice, and that would be a real shame.
On special assignment, Chris McKee, KRQE News 13.